All right, we're back. Where I left off, we were talking about KD, man. Like I told you, my legacy-wise, again, I just can't see him leaving. I think it'd be just a double hit on it. He's a Hall of Famer, first ballot without question.
Yeah.
But I can't sit up here and say that I would put him in the just when panel of players. He can't be top 10 for me because when I think about his championships, until I see KD probably lead a squad from start to finish on his own, it'd be hard for me to think otherwise because you're just basically more or less on the coattails of teams that were already established.
I agree with you on that, but let's go back to the Oklahoma City thing just really quick if we can. I don't like to blame KD for that because the front office started that domino effect by choosing a shot blocker and Serge Ibaka over a 21.6 point per game guy off the bench in James Harden.
That's right.
And they traded Harden to sign Ibaka, and Ibaka's in Toronto. So Ibaka's not even there. So that starts the chain reaction right there. And I just think that Russ, his ferocity, you have to be a certain kind of player to be able to play with that and take that. Because Russ don't mean no harm, and I'm not saying that. He don't mean no harm, but it's just Kobe never meant no harm. Jordan never meant no harm. Magic never. But Brady, just go down the list of greats, but you got to have a certain type of skin.
Right.
And I just don't think Durant has that skin. And Golden State, it's it's Cali. We out here in LA, it's Cali. Right. Even though that's the Bay, it's very free flowing here, very laid back. You from the Midwest, I'm from the East. Hard, go, quick, hard, grit. 4 seasons, cold, hot, cold. Here it's just it's so free, we're good. And that's more Durant.
Right.
And that's more. And Russ is,
all day.
Russ is from South Central. Russ is from LA. Russ is from, so, and I think I honestly believe that drove Durant away. Not only that, we are to blame for Durant leaving too. And this is how I'm going to put a spin on this. We have developed, not me because I can't stand it, but Sports Talk Radio and Sports Talk TV today has become all about hot takes. And then we started going to rings. And when LeBron started getting his, then it became he was the GOAT. But we made excuses for LeBron not having any until he got some. And Durant's the kind of guy that goes, well, hold on. Then why y'all not making no excuses for me because I don't have any and I'm just as good? That was part of him leaving too. Is the simple fact that the media, we have changed the way we talk about sports and the way we judge people. And like we were talking about with those freshmen from Duke, do not think these guys don't read and hear and listen. Even though they try to lie, goes, I don't pay attention. You can tell who pays attention to it.
Oh, absolutely.
You can tell who listens and pays attention. And Durant's one of those guys who listens and pays attention.
We'll see how he corresponds with the media anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. But you look at a guy like James Harden. I told somebody about a week ago, James Harden don't care about the championship. Oh, they said, no, he don't, bro. No, he don't. He understands what the league is. He's looking at Golden State saying, okay, ain't nobody beating them. I am living in Texas, tax-free state. I got it great here. I'm the man here. I mean, if I can get a ring, I'll go get one. But James Harden's not going to go chase a ring. Some guys are because the noise bothers them. And that's why LeBron left Cleveland. The noise started to bother him. All right, I gotta get some. I'm pretty sure his team pulled them together and said, listen, you can stay in Cleveland forever and be a god here. Or you can go get some rings and we can put you in a conversation with Jordan, which is going to accelerate your brand, accelerate your millions, accelerate your business in China, accelerate your shoes, and then when you're sitting at the table, you gotta really sit and think, okay, be a god here, but never win. Or go somewhere else and just say whatever. Remember he did the whole villain thing? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because that was him saying, well, whatever, forget y'all. Durant kind of did the same thing his first year in Golden State.
The only thing I'll disagree with you on, I understand the premise, and I see where you're coming from. LeBron gets more of a pass on that for me because he played in Cleveland and he didn't have the supporting cast that KD had. I have to go back to the fact that I can understand the fact that if Russ's demeanor was too much for Durant to handle. But I think that's also going to a mental toughness thing, the factor of, you might be a lot to handle it, but look at what we've done. In the short, like I said, they went to the finals, 4 years in?
Yeah.
4 years in, they were in the
60-game season, 60-game strike short season.
Exactly. Yeah. They went to the finals 4 years in. I mean, again, that was a team who I believe deserves a 30 for 30 to discuss why we aren't talking about them as a dynasty. They're the dynasty that I think...
The front office screwed it up. That's why.
And I know that. And that's why I can't give KD that pass. For me.
Okay.
It's just like, okay... Your reason was, I like the way Golden State plays. Well, if that's going to be your reason, then it should be that way now.
Oh, yeah.
It should be that way.
Like I said, if he leads Golden State, And Chris and I disagree on this. He goes, "Oh, it'll do nothing to his legacy." I said, "Yeah, it will."
Oh man,
I said, "Yes, it will, man." You telling me you went there after they won 73? It was down 3-1, up 3-1, and lost that finals, and now you go and after 3 straight, because they're gonna win it again this year. And after 3 straight championships, you gonna leave again? Like, come on, bro. Like that's
realistically. You're probably, especially DeMarcus Cousins comes back and is even a semblance of how they got DeMarcus Cousins. I don't know.
Medicine's different this year. DeMarcus Cousins. Listen, from everything I hear up there, my boy Jason, shout out to my man Jason Dumas, used to be at ESPN, then was working at Hagerstown and NBC. He introduced me to Rob Parker, and now he works for the NBC affiliate up there. He got Roz Gold. I can't pronounce her like, but she's on TNT now. Yeah. He got her job. She used to be the sideline. He's the guy up there now. He told me he's at the practices. I said, "Yo, how you look?" He said, "Bruh, when he come back," I said, "Oh."
If he's a semblance, then
he come back, yeah.
And I'm throwing my hands up.
Yeah.
But again, that's another thing. He'll be a free agent after the season too. So I mean, it's just so ridiculous that again when I think of KD, I've already got over or dealt with the OKC thing. Mm-hmm. You leave Golden State. That just wouldn't make sense to me.
But what if he goes to New York? If he goes to New York, I'll be cool.
That's the only pass I'll give him.
Yeah.
Then I can finally see KD hopefully lead solo.
Exactly.
Or be the man again.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even though I love Russ, I never felt that when they played together that, I still look at KD as 1A.
Yeah.
Russ was just 1B.
Yeah.
You can look at it how you want
course.
to. But I'll be honest, like, it was Durant, then Russ.
Russ is out of OKC in the next 18 months, right? I'm calling that.
You think so?
Yeah,
that extension too?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Because all you got to do now in the NBA is make some noise and pout, and they'll move you.
Well, I mean,
ask Jimmy Butler. He's going to do it too.
I would be very shocked with me because OKC's his city now. So
but it's different now. It's not about whose city it is anymore. It's about these. And sooner or later, he can rack up all the triple doubles and all the numbers. Sooner or later, it won't mean nothing if you don't get a championship.
I say no. See, with Russ though, being that again, going back to his demeanor. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I know it's just your assumption.
Yeah.
And I say I'd have to see. I'd have to see where would he go.
Oh, I got a team for you.
Who?
Here, home.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
And play with LeBron.
I called it. Listen, I called it a year ago. I said in 2 years, 2 to 2.5 years, he's out of OKC. He won't be there. Guys don't stay for the loyalty and the pride anymore. Like I said, it's our fault. The fans, the bloggers, the idiots on Twitter who work at T-Mobile part-time. Everybody who thinks they got something to say and it matters. These guys read it. And it's how we write the narrative. The narrative now is, are you winning champion? Oh, well, you got all these numbers. Back in the day, we appreciated Gary Payton. Nobody knocked Gary Payton for not having a ring. Nobody knocked Karl Malone and stuff for not having a ring.
It was different though because again they put their time in, and like I said at that point they're already Hall of Famers. We without the ring.
Yeah.
It was basically just a cherry.
But we didn't knock them though. Neither did the media. The media did not knock down Clyde Drexler or Dominique Wilkins because they didn't have a ring. The media does that now.
I mean, we do because not to get too much off topic.
Yeah.
The only reason that they do, and that's, we bring up LeBron, is because again we've never seen a player like that. And like I said, this is another topic for the next time we come through here. But like, I think you know this. But
was chosen one and all that stuff
well,
too.
Not even that. But I already told you.
it.
But no, sorry y'all, but LeBron's not my GOAT conversation. He's not.
No, mine either though.
He's not my GOAT conversation.
Mine either. No.
But I think it's because of the fact that he is such a unique and special talent. Not saying that KD isn't, but LeBron's a freak.
Yeah.
LeBron's a freak. This is his own nature.
LeBron's a great player.
Exactly.
Man.
He's an all-time great.
Yeah.
And I think because of what he is and what he's accomplished and what he's done, he's moving up in the record books. Congratulations. But at the end of the day, because of the fact that we see him in that light and we never see nothing like it, it's just like you said, it's about headlines. It's about just trying to get that next hot take and trying to make a story where there may not even really be one.
Yeah.
But like I said, with KD though, great player. I just want to see him go somewhere if he does leave Golden State. Go somewhere and lead on your own. Like go back to basically.
Nobody can lead on their own though.
But not necessarily lead on their own, but just basically
be the man.
Yeah, be the man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Which I'm cool with. I like people being the man. Like I want to be the man. Like you want your own show. I want my own show. It's
right.
That's life. If you don't want to be the man or the woman, if you don't want to be the lead, then more power to you.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not the life I live.
Exactly.
We're former athletes.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
And that's the way I kind of look at it with KD going to Golden State. I was like, look, I don't care the fact he has won 2 Finals MVPs. I was like, that's still Steph's squad.
That's Steph's team.
He can win the next 5 Finals MVP. That is Steph Curry's team.
Yeah, Steph should have won MVP last year, and Finals MVP.
He should have. And KD didn't try, but he messed around and got a triple double.
Exactly, and I think they were trying to get it to Steph.
Right.
And then you're right, KD messed around, got a triple double. It's just like, come on, KD, you're messing up the vanilla. I'm always for the vanilla brothers. All the vanilla except for Drake. Drake he Canadian. He don't count. Yeah.
All right. So we got a little bit more time. All right, the last topic, man. We're gonna talk. We just talked about LeBron. The move to LA. I mean, he's been here for a while now. Let's say currently the Lakers are 5th, 2 games back out of #1 seed. I gotta talk about one day the Clippers being #1 in the West is still true. No, it's Denver right now, but Clippers are #2.
It's early.
I mean, I know it is, but it's just still funny though. Yeah. I mean, the Clippers though. I mean, earlier not. It's just anytime I see the Clippers in the top 2.
Of course,
it's funny.
It's like when you saw the Browns in first place in the AFC North.
Right.
You'd be like, hold on, the Browns. Do they start putting the bad teams at the top? What? Okay,
right.
I got you.
So I mean, LeBron's in LA, and I think I told you this. He's my preseason pick for MVP. Still early. He wouldn't be my MVP right now, but I feel by the season's end, LeBron will get his 5th MVP. I think though him coming to LA was more of a business decision because when I think about it from a basketball standpoint, it never made sense for him to leave the East. No, it didn't. Even though the East is looking tougher, it just didn't make sense to me. But he's in the West. I think it's more of a business move. But I think this team is better. He has a better supporting cast than he had in Cleveland here. That I feel he can still get this Laker team to a playoff. And I feel that if he can get the Lakers at least to a top 3 finish in the West, that should give him an MVP, his 5th MVP in my opinion. With that being said, though, looking at the Lakers, first of all, give me your outtake on basically how do you feel basically just about the move in general? And for you, like I said, for me, the excuses are over. How do you feel about that?
Well, number one, the move is correct. He's here for Hollywood. I'm in entertainment along with sports. I hear people talk. I'm around different celebrities or what have you. He's here for Hollywood. He's here for his production. He's here but he still wants to play basketball. And I get that. So 154 million. He's got 154 million reasons why you come here and you say, oh, it's about winning, it's about playing basketball. I don't think this team is more talented than some of the teams that I saw in Cleveland in the last few years because they don't have a Kyrie and they don't have a Kevin Love out here. So that I'll disagree with. It's December. I'm still in full football mode, so I ain't even really fully into basketball right now because I'm a football player. So I'm still in full football mode, and I just been calling games for different networks. So that's where my mind still is. Let it play out a little bit. Let's see if the Spurs can kind of eat up a little bit. I believe they just beat the Rockets, and they're at 500. The Rockets are still 2 games under 500. I'm not sure what's going on in Houston. Well, I do know. You let your shooters go. Same thing with Philly. You let your 2 shooters go, think you're going to get LeBron, and then you had to give up 2 more shooters just to get Jimmy Butler, just to even try to save the season. You're going to lose Jimmy Butler anyway. So, but with the Lakers, when things start to shift out a little bit, Portland, the Nuggets, the Jazz, the Warriors. When Steph gets going, even though my Pistons did beat them the other night with Steph back, but when the Warriors get
when we get
they'll separate themselves.
Yeah, we get to February, March. I think everything will get back to normal.
Yeah, we'll separate themselves. What makes me laugh about the Lakers is that you beat a team like the Suns last night, and you make a hoopla about it, but you just dropped 2 to the Magic in the last 2 weeks.
Right.
You can't have that. You can't lose. You can't let Vujovic go for 30 and 15 back-to-back games on you. Like, really give it to you. You can't have these games. And I think it's only a matter of time before he continues to throw Luke under the bus and Luke gets fired. I think Rondo's gone. I think Rondo's gone in a trade because Rondo isn't going to bow down to LeBron. Rondo's out there trying to coach. And I watched some of them early games. Just watch LeBron's face. He don't like that. This isn't LeBron bashing. This is at a point we got to stop calling people haters and just listen to opinions and just call it what it is.
Right.
If he liked to be coached, he wouldn't have David Blatt fired. If he likes to be coached, Luke lets him do his thing. Luke is trying to coach, and there's already reports coming out that LeBron ignores the play call. He's been ignoring the play. Like, come on, man. Like, stop defending it. Stop defending. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Like my grandma say, right is right, wrong is wrong. And I don't like when players do that because Magic, and I think it's only a matter of time before the city turns on Magic because of the way LeBron. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. I know this is LA and I know y'all love Magic, But LeBron has an aura with him when you bring him onto your team. Dude, the city of Miami was turning on Pat Riley. And that's Pat Riley. Wherever he goes, the city will start to turn on the coaches in the front office because LeBron is what I call the petulant single child. He's got the petulant single child syndrome. It's got to always be about him. It's got to always be his way. And he wants to run the show. And I get player power. I get all of that. But this is a pro sport, business we're talking about. You are a player. And if the owner and the GM said, this is the coach, bro. You're supposed to be the best player. So my thing is this. Why can't you play with this whole thing about coaching? Like, Luke is trying to do the best job that he can with what he had. You went out and gave him Tyson Chandler. You went out and gave him JaVale McGee and Rondo and Beasley and Caldwell Pope and then said, okay, now go play with LeBron. You gave him these guys to coach.
Well, here's my thing. With certain players, and I can't speak from a football standpoint, but I can't speak from a basketball standpoint. Certain levels, certain categories of guys, you get certain amounts of pull.
Of course.
Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Of course.
And I think with LeBron, not saying that he hasn't earned the right to have pull. Mm-hmm. When I first heard that he was changing plays, that Luke was calling in, I didn't put too much energy into it, only because of this. On one end, you hear LeBron, on the outside saying, look, I don't want to be involved with the whole Luke Walton thing. That has nothing to do with me. I respect the front office. And like I said, I can only take what you say on face value. That's what I'm going off of.
Lying.
But on the other, from a basketball standpoint, I've played for coaches that, in retrospect, I had coaches who called plays. I remember a conference tournament championship when I was in college. I wasn't even sure if I was going to make the NCAA. We get down, tie game. My coach draws up a play that had me on the outside corner and we're on the defensive end. And now, the previous 2 games, I just won the game, playing in the middle. And I'm sitting there looking at the diagram, and I'm like, Coach, put me in the middle. Thinking like, think about the previous games.
Yeah.
He told me to shut my mouth, take my ass to the corner. And I just remember sitting there thinking like, wow, really? Now, I mean, back in the day, like I said, I noticed about myself, I can say it now, I wouldn't be, but I was a lot more coach. So I was like, all right, fine. We lose at the buzzer. Now, in my mind, I'm sitting there thinking, had he put me in the middle, I guarantee I would have made that play. So when this thing comes out about LeBron, who I will admit, was a much better ball player than I was. So he's coming out there, you're sitting there telling me, okay, yeah, Luke might be sending certain plays, but LeBron's changing them. You've earned that pull. I respect, and I'm sure Luke does too, LeBron's basketball IQ enough to be like.
Pull with this team, though.
Absolutely, I believe
How?
He does.
Because let me ask you this: only because last year Luke did this great coaching job.
But look at the talent that he had around him and what he had to work with. Now I think Luke Walton, with what he had to work with last year. I mean, last year we were worried about if LeVar Ball was going to run.
Exactly.
Now we're not even talking about LeBron.
LeBron shut that up.
Exactly.
Yeah, LeBron.
Exactly.
Nice job, LeBron.
But now you have a caliber, and you almost feel bad for Luke. Because I would have loved to be in front of. I would love to be in front of Luke to see what he would have said of when he found out LeBron's coming. I mean, as a coach, as a coach, especially if you're not an established coach.
Yes.
I mean, think about it. This was Popovich. It's not even a discussion.
Oh no.
But I mean, Luke, with all due respect, Luke.
Yeah.
You were fortunate enough when Kerr was out, on his medical issue, and Luke led the Warriors. To that, the greatest NBA start in NBA history. Yeah. I was like, but look at the talent he had to coach. All right, so now you're in a different situation, Luke, where you got this all-time great player, but you got a bunch of, let's just say, solid. Even though I love Kuzma. Kuzma, I think his potential is high.
I think we've seen it though.
I don't think. I think it's still early.
Yeah, I got you,
but I think with the coming of LeBron now, I think it's right now is just Luka trying to figure out I have this all-time great player who I know from a basketball IQ standpoint knows what he's doing. Mm-hmm. But I still got the rest of these guys. So I think he's just trying to find a balance. I told you before, I think the biggest issue with the Lakers is their inconsistency, especially on the defensive end. They have no defensive identity.
And that's Luke's fault?
To a degree.
How?
I mean,
you gotta break it down for me, bro.
I'll tell you why.
Because he don't play.
I'll go back to my college days.
All right.
My senior year, my team, we were preseason ranked number 2. Now, winning covers everything.
Of course.
covers
Of
everything.
course.
Now, as a player,
Of course.
I took pride in the fact of I came to play every game.
Mm-hmm.
I played every. But see, we were winning so much. But see, underneath all of it, oh my God, I saw it coming. And I remember sitting there telling myself, and I would tell certain teammates, "Damn, we can't play D." I was like, "But see, we're winning though, but no one's seeing it."
Yeah.
I was like, "Dog, we are not very good defensively, especially our guards.
Yeah.
Our guards suck."
They're getting blown by.
Yeah, and I went to and I'm making such a fuss about it, but see, we're winning. Nobody's really listening.
Yep.
But all of a sudden, we started losing, and I tried to go to my coach about it. And once again, he gives me the brush off. And I'm like, "Coach, I'm telling you what I'm seeing."
Yeah.
I was like, if you don't make it so focused, how can you expect the other guys to?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why I look at Luke Walton as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, Luke, it's still your team. You are the head coach. I don't care if you have LeBron, James, or Michael Jordan, whatever. You're the coach. If you're not going to put an emphasis on something about your team where I would think you notice that you're lacking, you can't just expect them to do
But
it.
I'm going to ask you the same question I asked you on Twitter. Why is it an assumption that he's not putting a focus on it? LeBron James, and this is why I don't call him the best player in the world. Have you watched that man play defense the last
Oh,
few seasons?
absolutely.
Have you watched him go hide on the baseline or hide on the box?
I agree with that.
Don't play no. So if your leader won't do it, that's why I say you can't look at the coach. I'm looking at, okay, you're right. So the coach not making it a point, but where's my leader? Where's my leader on the floor? He back there. Well, then, I ain't gotta, you know.
And this is where we don't know, but I would love to know.
Oh, yeah.
If I could be in the Laker front office, the first thing I would ask Luke is, have you sat down and talked to LeBron about his defensive output?
Can he?
I don't see why not.
Really?
I mean, if this is
You
me,
think
this is
LeBron respects him enough?
If I was Luke Walton, this is the same.
Okay.
This is me.
I got you.
I don't think Luke has my demeanor, but if I'm Luke, and like you said, they listen. If I feel you're already pretty much got me 1 foot out the door anyway.
Oh, you going? Oh, you
I'm
going ham?
down
You going
swinging.
ham? Okay.
I'm going down swinging.
You going ham?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm with you. If I feel
I'm
like I'm already out the door,
I'm
then
going down. Hey, LeBron.
Yeah.
Come, with respect.
Yeah.
Come rap with me.
Come rap with me.
You and me, 1-on-1. We can bring Magic in on this since you want to go to Magic anyway. Bring Magic in on. Let's sit down and talk about this.
Yeah.
These are the things
That's
that
interesting.
you know what
Yeah.
I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Defensively, I mean, you don't think those guys don't look at LeBron? I mean, and I hate when players do this. You shouldn't be able to look at a player and say, "Well, since he doesn't do it, I don't."
Of course.
Because you're not LeBron.
Of course.
You're not LeBron.
Of course.
But if I'm Luke, I mean, like I said, I don't notice, but I'm with you 100%. I've seen LeBron sit there where he's supposed to be help side, he does
Nothing.
nothing at all.
Nothing.
And I sit there
or he turning and looking at teammates like, bro, hold up. He just made a layup on you. Why are you looking at somebody else?
Exactly. And I mean, he does. I mean, I know LeBron, they're always saying, well, he's trying to save himself for the play. At one point or another, I mean, like I said, this isn't Cleveland anymore. Like I said, we're not trying to compare to Cleveland anymore. I mean, this is a new squad. Like I said, I respect LeBron too much to think the fact of the matter is, and like I said, this is a statement for another day, but it supports what I said before about LeBron. This is why I feel like when it comes to winning, LeBron doesn't mind losing.
Oh, because I totally, me and Rob Parker and oh my God, we are like twins on this. Because he already knows he has his backup. He already has the excuses built in. LeBron James could be the smartest pro athlete, and I'm giving him high praise, of superstar level ever. He's not dumb. He's got a team. He stayed in the Eastern Conference for a reason. Well, I'm going to just stay Eastern. This whole thing about, he never had a coach.